Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. I'm on my way to Jacksonville, Florida this morning. We're going to finish up that waterproofing job, and I'm going to stop and test your drainage knowledge. Test your drainage knowledge. Do you know what this machine is? Do you know what this truck does? Let's look at another one. Can you see the tanks in the back? See that big arm? That's actually a vacuum. This big reel on the front, that's a jetter. We're at the manufacturer's plant here in Green Cove Spring, Florida. You can kind of check out some of these controls. Notice you can kind of read that, kind of getting a clue of what it is. See, it says sewer cleaning hose. A lot of controls. See how many feet they have. These are brand new, brand new. Some of the more controls over here. You can see all the pumps and the hydraulics, water lines. Big tank in the back. Test your drainage knowledge. Do you know what this machine does? And a better question is, do you know how much one of these cost? There's actually two different machines here, two different size machines. Notice this blue one, this is a little larger than the white one. It has more horsepower, can do a little bit more than this one. These are called Vactors, and they clean from manhole to manhole. Nothing lasts forever. Everything needs maintenances. This is just one half of the plant. The other half is on the other side of the street. Looks like they turn out about 3 or 4 of these every week. That's how much demand there is. Let me tell you about a little story if you're interested. So way back in the 80s, yes, in the 80s, I worked at Roto-Rooter in Tampa, Florida, and I actually paid my way through school. I have a bachelor's in education, but I saw so much money in drainage that I decided to go that route instead of teaching. But a quick story, way back when I worked at Roto-Rooter, there was a company called Orange Environmental. They were out of Canada. They approached myself and another man named Jerry Lemansky and asked us if we would want to run these Vactors and jetters and rotters, those are different types of trucks, and land an account at Disney World. This is way back. Disney World is still growing, and I mean, they have their 25 acres back then, but I don't know how big it is today. But Jerry took the job, and within 3 months, he had 24 Vactors working at Disney. These machines are unbelievable. They clean from manhole to manhole. They can clean out any debris that's down in the line. And like I said, if you saw that vacuum on the top, that's what really set the Vactor apart from other machines. That blue one you saw in the video, that one is actually a dual engine. These machines, they're unbelievable of what they can do as far as being able to clean from manhole to manhole. They clean out storm drains, they clean out culverts. If you've ever had a problem on your road and you've called the city, it's actually the county, but the county comes out and they bring that Vactor out and they clean from storm drain to storm drain or manhole to manhole. Manholes are usually set about 300 feet apart on the average, and so there's very uniform, and that machine can easily send that jet. If you've ever seen a jet truck, it sends the jet down through there, and once it gets to the other manhole, they turn up the pressure tremendous, and it's got jets on the back of the head, and they hydraulically pull back that line, and it brings everything back to the manhole that you're working at. And then the Vactor, the vacuum, lifts all that debris out and puts it into the tank. Really great machine. The reason that they approached myself and Jerry wasn't so much we had experience running the Vactors. Anybody can learn to run the Vactors. But what we understood was that even way back in the 80s, the system of sewers, especially storm sewers, they're computerized. Remember how I've showed you check valves, how water only goes one way? In the city of Tampa, there are check valves on major storm drains. And so it's kind of like a traffic circle, like a traffic lane. Light turns red, cars stop. Same thing underground, and you don't see any of this. But it's computerized. One check valve opens, and that pump starts to push water down through the line. It closes, another one opens, and they use that same line. Really interesting stuff if you've ever looked at drainage or you start to understand the utilities that are under the roads and underground in every city. I think most of us have heard about the problems New York City has, and a lot of that is their aquifer. You know, they're bringing water from way up north, and it's huge tunnels that they bring through. But also, they have old storm drains and sewer drains that are made of brick, you know, and they're 20 feet wide. They're huge. And of course, they try to maintain those, but they do go bad. And you know what causes them to go bad? It's tree roots. It's the same thing in your French drain. Nothing lasts forever. But the Vactor has made this possible for them to clean lines, even those big 20-inch lines. They have new jet heads that go on top of that hose that you showed you, that blue hose. That blue hose has new technology where there's cameras also on the head. They look like, I don't know what you would call them, maybe something from Star Trek, but they're razors. There are razors all around them, and those are actually jets. And it can clean, up to a 20-foot line. Unbelievable stuff. Anyways, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.